Welcome everybody to Jab Gym R.O.M session with me. My name is Coach John, and today we've got R.O.M with a little twist. We're going to do dynamic R.O.M. Okay, so dynamic R.O.M is simple, it's straightforward. We are doing range of motion, but with a little bit more movement. All right. So to begin, what we're going to do first is we're going to do a little bit of warm up, even though it's R.O.M, before moving into some of the more elaborate exercises. We'll go through a bit of movements in the R.O.M and some static stretches as well, just to kind of give ourselves a break and to rest. Okay, so first things first, let's get to a quadruped position. So quadruped means all fours, just like this. And we're going to do something called the bird dog. Okay, a very good lumbar area kind of strengthener and a good kind of piece to warm up. So bird dog is where you start off in all fours, shoulder over your wrist. Your wrist will be shoulder width, hips below your knees, hip width, and all you're going to do is just extend up, hold, come back in, and hold again. Okay? That's all we're going to do for the bird dog. So we're going to extend, come back in, and extend again. We're going to hold that for 10 seconds before meeting and then going up again. All right, guys, you ready? Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. Extend, hold, squeeze that glute, clench your fist, make it nice and strong just to get everything engaged, and come back and open up again. Good, hold that position. Almost there. 3, 2, 1, relax. Now let's switch sides. Same thing again, gang. From here, all right? Are you ready? Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Extend, squeeze your glutes, clench that fist, hold, come back in, touch, and open up again. Hold. In 3, 2, 1, relax. Good, okay? That's the first part of the warm-up. The second part is the side plank. So we know the side plank, we have a few modifications for this, okay? The first one, this being the hardest, is where we stack both feet on top of each other and we come up into a side plank position, okay? Now that's too hard. What you can do is stagger your stance, so put one foot in front, come up and hold. Now that's still too hard, bend the knees, okay? Put the weight on the knees, lift and hold. Okay, so we have 3 variations today, depending on what you want to do. We're going to hold this for 20 seconds on each side. Okay? A couple of things, just make sure when you're holding it, your shoulders above your elbows and not in front, otherwise it'll put too much strain on your elbow. Okay? And make sure the whole body is nice and in line, not forward, not back. Okay, here we go. 20 seconds. 3, 2, 1, lift. And when you're here, try to send your hips to the air, squeeze your glutes, and then hold. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, relax. Let's switch sides. Same thing again. Alrighty, are you ready? Here we go. 3, 2, 1, lift. Squeeze, hold. Send the hips nice and high. Good. 10 seconds. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Okay, so the body's a little bit warm now. Our core is warm, my core is warm. Now we'll begin. Okay, so first things first is we're going to start off with the thoracic. So thoracic is the spine area, okay, the upper spine. And what we're going to do is we're going to do cat and cow. Now we've done it so many times before, but today we're going to break it down a little bit. So cat and cow is in quadruped position here, right? And the basic movement is we arch and we hollow. Okay, we round our back. Arch, round our back. But this time, when we do it, we're going to try to slow it down a little bit. Okay, so over here, I'm going to slowly arch, slowly round the back. Almost as if I'm feeling each vertebrae kind of opening up or closing down. All right? So what we're going to do is we're going to spend 30 seconds on this, opening up, closing down at your own pace. Try to feel the spine opening and closing, okay? Here we go, 10 seconds. Let's get ready. So in quadruped position, in 3, 2, 1. Let's open. It's nice and slow. And let's come in. As we come in, let's push to the ground. Tuck your chin in. Let's open up again, slowly opening the spine by each level. Coming back down again. Tucking the chin in. Good. Open up. Coming back down. Last 10 seconds. Opening up. Raise your head and come back in. Good. From there, we're gonna slowly move. So that was an opening and closing, front and back kind of movement. Now I'm gonna go left to right. So a rotational movement, okay? So same thing here, but this time, hands on the head, same thing. We're gonna try to bring our elbows in, slowly open up. Okay, same thing. Slowly open up. We're gonna do 30 seconds on each side. Are we ready? In 3, 2, 1, begin. So as you open up, try to make sure that the hand planted on the ground is nice and stiff, so it anchors you down as you open up. Okay? Take your time with this. We're just getting started. 10 seconds left. Good. In 3, 2, 1, and let's switch sides. So same thing again. The hand that is on the ground, we're going to anchor it down to the ground, so make sure it's nice and stiff. The other hand on top of our head, and we're just going to open up as wide as we can. All right, here we go. In 3, 2, 1, let's begin. Good, good, good. Nice to see everybody. Hi, Jen. How are you? Thank you for joining. Good, halfway there. 15 more seconds. All right. Keep opening and closing. Keep twisting. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Okay. So now we've done front and back. So opening and closing, side to side. Now I'm going to elaborate that. This is where the dynamic movement come in. Okay. So what I'm going to do is we're going to do an inchworm to cobra. Okay. So what that looks like is I'm going to start standing up first. Okay. Now if you tighten the hamstrings or your mobility is bad, you can go a little bit wider, no problem. Okay. Or you can bend the knees a little bit. Both are fine. From here, you're going to bend down, reach as low as we can to the ground. So if you have to bend your knees, you can go ahead and walk forward until you're in a plank, and then come down into a cobra. Once you've done that, walk back up, stand, repeat. Come down, walk forward into a plank, cobra. Walk back in. Okay? So that's called the inchworm to cobra. All right? So 30 seconds on that. Are we ready? In 3, 2, 1, let's begin. So remember, when we're doing this movement, right, as you walk up to a plank, to a cobra, let's try to hold at the end of the cobra for about a second before bringing it back in. All right? Good, good, good. We are halfway there, guys. Same thing. Feel the stretch in the hamstrings, transition to the plank, into the lower back of the cobra. Walk back in, same thing again, okay? In 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, relax. Okay, fantastic. So we're slowly beginning to add some dynamic movements here, okay? The next one is going to be called the world's greatest stretch, okay? And that's very simple. Same thoracic rotation. So with the inchworm to cobra, we're essentially flexing and extending. Now the next one, we're rotating, okay? So we get to a nice lunge position here, okay? One hand is going to be anchored to the ground. Now the other hand, which is next to your leg, is going to touch or get as low as you can, open up, come in, open up. Okay, so remember, as you try to open up, you want to make a nice straight line from one hand to the other. If you can't, try to get to that range. Okay, 30 seconds on each side here. Are you ready? In 3, 2, 1, let's go. Reach in, open up. Your back knee can be rested on the ground, no problem. Rotate. Good. 10 seconds. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's switch sides. Again. Keep that hand nice and planted on the ground. Your back knee can be touching the ground. The hand next to your leg is going to touch and open up. Are we ready? In 3, 2, 1, let's go. Remember, each time, try to get lower to the ground. So if you can't touch the ground at the start, try to work your way there if you can. Okay? Good. 10 seconds left. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, relax. Fantastic. Okay, next, we're going to stick one more on the thoracic and it will change to another body position, okay? Body part. So, next one's going to be the same thing in the lunge, but instead of reaching down, we're going to stay upright, okay? Both hands are going to be together. From here, all I'm going to do for one side, I'm going to go up and reach back, making a straight line from fingertip to fingertip. Come back. Reach in, come back. Okay? I'm going to do this for 30 seconds, and then we switch sides. Are you ready? In 3, 2, 1, let's go. Come back. Come back. So if you want to make this harder, right, you can do it next to a wall. So have the wall next to you, and the goal is not to touch the wall. All right, so you're going to swoop all the way to the top, come round, go all the way to the top, come back. But it's fine. If you don't have a wall, like this, it's okay as well. In 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Let's change sides. So same thing again. Okay, make sure you're nice and firm in the ground, your position, your foundation is nice and strong. From here, hands together, open up, come back in. Okay? Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. Fantastic. So a lot of movement here. Remember, when you're doing it, try to be as strict as you can. So everything stays nice and still, except for the shoulders that's moving up to the back. Okay, we're almost there. In 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Okay, fantastic. Thoracic's nice and open now. We've done a lot of flexion, extension, and a lot of rotation. Okay, now we're going to go to the shoulders. All right. So the first thing the shoulders is, for this dynamic stretch, is going to do scap retracts. Now, if you come to SNC, a jab, you notice in the warm-up, we always do scap retracts. So scaps are your shoulder blades, your scapulars, okay? So what we're going to do today is, for the scap retracts, get to a plank, okay? Hands shoulder width. And all we're going to do is, in this plank, we're going to depress the shoulders. So relax, bring it in. So as if my shoulder blades is coming in. The elbows doesn't bend, it's all nice and straight. The shoulder blades just sink in, okay? So all we're going to do is from here, sink in, come up into an inchworm. Come back down to a plank, sink in, come up into an inchworm. Okay? 30 seconds of that. In 3, 2, 1, let's begin, guys. Remember, stay strict as you can on the scaps, depress, protract, inchworms. Good. Almost there. 10 seconds. Keep going. Make sure the inch is nice and strong. So we're combining the shoulders and our hamstrings, okay? In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Fantastic. Okay, next we're going to do a hold. Okay, so no movement. We're going to bring some static stretch into this class. Okay, so the next one is all we're going to do is get to, it's going to be a reverse plank. Okay, so we're going to sit nice and upright, have our hands at our back, fingers can be pointed anywhere you want. Point it to the back, point it to the side, point it to the front, whatever's comfortable. From here, weight is going to be on the heels. I'm just going to lift up and squeeze my glutes to a nice straight line and hold that. And I'm going to try to hold it for 30 seconds. And the purpose of this, right, is not only the glutes, we're also trying to open up the chest and the shoulder area, okay? So all we're going to do is just hold for 30. Are you ready? In 3, 2, 1, let's begin. Hold, try to maintain that straight plank. Squeeze your glutes. If you feel like you have a tendency to drop, bring it back up again. We're halfway. Good. 10 seconds. Hold it. We're almost there. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly come down, relax. Good. Fantastic. Okay. Now, into some dynamic movement. Okay? So, what we're going to do first is we're going to work the scapula again. So that's the majority of the shoulders. So first things first is going to have both hands outright, thumbs pointing up. Okay? All I'm going to do first is I'm going to learn how to protract and retract the shoulder blades. So here, all right, I'm going to show you from the side. I'm going to retract. Retract means pulling the shoulder blades back. Okay? Reset. This is my normal position. Retract. Protract is when I'm going to push my shoulder blades forward, like as if I'm rounding my shoulders. Okay? Reset. Protract. Now I'm going to combine it together for 30 seconds. All I'm going to do is just retract, protract, retract, protract. Okay, the elbow and the arms stay straight and still. It's the shoulder blades that's moving. So we're bringing awareness to how we move the shoulder blade. Okay? 30 seconds in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. And protract. And protract. Retract. And protract. Good. Ten more seconds. We're almost there. Shouldn't feel any pain. If you feel pain, please stop and shake it off. In 3, 2, 1, relax. Okay, so that's the front and back. Now I'm going to do the shoulders can go up and down as well. So it's going to shrug and relax. Okay, so same thing here. We're going to shrug up, push the shoulder blades down. Now, when we push the shoulder blades down, it's not as obvious as the 3 other movements where you go forward, backwards, and up. Okay, but the intention needs to be there. So shrug up, shrug down, shrug up, shrug down. And that's the reason why we're doing is front and back, up and down later on, okay? Now it's just making sure we understand the movement pattern first. Okay, so 20 seconds of just up and down. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. Up, shrug down. Up, shrug down. Good. 10 more seconds. Shrug up, shrug down. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, relax. Okay, now we're going to combine it together, okay? And this is where the maintenance of the range of motion in our scapula and our shoulders is very important, okay? So here, you can start at whatever angle you want. For me, I will start my retract. So I'll retract, go up, come forward, come down. Retract, go up, come forward, come down. Okay, I'm just going to cycle through that motion, trying to put it together for 20 seconds, not too long. Okay, let's try it. Here we go. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's begin. So pull back, go up, come forward, come down. Good. You can go at your own pace. And the reason why these are so important is when we do exercises, right, we need to understand how the shoulder blade is positioned, okay? So bringing awareness to it helps. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, relax. Okay, now, right, we're gonna do the same thing, but we're gonna have our hands overhead. So here, same thing, pull back, go up, come forward, come down. Pull back, come up, come forward, come down, okay? So we're bringing awareness now, not only in this position, but in an overhead position as well, which is what our shoulders mainly work, right? We don't do this as much in our shoulders, we do a lot of presses. So it helps build awareness to shoulder blades. 20 seconds again. Here we go, guys, in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Good. Pull back, come forward, go up, come down at your own pace. Good, 10 more seconds. We're almost there. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, relax. Okay, now we've got 2 more on the shoulders and I'm gonna move on, okay? So this time what we're doing next is very simple, okay? We have our hands out wide, okay? And all we're gonna do is rotate them inside, internal, and external. But because it's a shoulder range of motion, right? We don't want to initiate the movement with the wrist. The wrist doesn't pull first. It's the shoulders that move, okay? So what you're gonna try and imagine yourself is from the fingertips to your shoulders is nice and stiff. Nothing moves. The only thing that's gonna start moving and it's gonna move is the shoulder blades. Okay, so here, you can come all the way up, all the way down, as far as you can. All the way up, all the way down, okay? 20 seconds of this. Remember guys, don't initiate with the wrist, initiate with your shoulders, okay? In 3, 2, 1, let's go. Opening up, closing in. Good. Opening up, closing in. Fantastic. Almost there. And closing. 10 more seconds. Good. So all we're doing here is bringing awareness to how our shoulder operates. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Okay, last one, promise. Put our shoulders, okay? And then we're gonna move on. So next, right? We're here. Now we're gonna bring it in and downwards. So same thing, okay? Both hands are downward. Again, we're not trying to initiate with the wrist. We're initiating with the shoulders, not the elbow, not the wrist. All we're doing here is bring it up and then opening yourself as much as you can. Bring it back down, pushing as much as you can down without the wrist bending inwards or outwards, okay? So everything's nice and stiff. Imagine you have a piece of wood holding your arms in place, okay? So here, open up, calm down. 20 seconds of this. Are you ready? In 3, 2, 1, let's go. Open up, good, calm down. So you feel the internal, external rotation. All right, calm down. This is internal, so coming inwards. This is external, so going outwards. Good. Almost there. 5, 3, 2, 1, and relax, guys. Good job. All right, grab a drink if you need to, and then we'll move on to the hips and the hamstrings, okay? So, I'll talk. What we're going to do next is, okay, from here is I'm going to do a 2 movement combination, downward dog into a lunge, okay? So, you know what downward dog is? We've done it before. Here, downward dog, we just put our head through, right? So the inchworm, we walk our hands back. The downward dog is our hands in place, we're just pushing our head through into a lunge. This is what I mean by lunge. From here, come back in, switch sides. So every time you get to a lunge, you want to push that hip inwards and downwards, okay? Come back in, downward dog, head through, into a lunge, okay? Here we go. Alternate your legs. In 3, 2, 1, begin. So 20 seconds of this, down, head in, lunge. Come back in, switch legs. Good. So a lot of people have stretching the hamstring and the hip area. Okay? Good. 5 more seconds. In 3, 2, 1, and relax. Okay, the next one's gonna be a bit challenging, okay? So, I'm gonna lie down on the ground, okay? I'm gonna try my best to show you. I'm gonna lie on the ground, and I'm gonna bend one leg, okay? You can rest your head, I'm just gonna show you for example. Now, you're gonna take one finger, which is preferably the same, the opposite hand to your opposite leg. It's gonna hold the top of your kneecap. And what you're gonna do is just hold this in place so the leg doesn't move around. Okay, your other hand is gonna place by the side of your leg. And all you're gonna do is get to a 90-degree angle and rotate. Okay, so you're gonna go outwards. So the reason why we have our fingertip on top is so that our hip doesn't go like out, it stays nice in place. And our other hand is just to hold that leg so it doesn't move too much. Okay, so here, I'm gonna rotate outwards as much as I can, come back in. Rotate outwards, come back in. I'm just gonna go 20 seconds of that, okay? Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, let's begin. So lie down, good, relax, 90 degrees, come out, come back in. Come out, come back in. So your hands are there just to hold the leg in position. So you should only feel it in your hips. Come back in, good. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to switch sides and do the other leg first. I know our hips can go outside and inside, but we're going to do the external rotation first and then come back to the internal rotation, okay? So same thing here. Same thing, remember, opposite hand touches the opposite leg. The other hand holds the leg on the side, and we'll come outwards and back in. Okay, 20 seconds in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Rotate outwards, come back in. Good. Outwards, come back in. I can feel it in my hips already. Come back in. Good, 10 seconds. 5, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Fantastic. Now we'll do the internal rotation, so it's coming in. So what you notice is, most people in general, is the external is not a lot, the internal is more, right? Some of us have, more on the outside, less on the inside, but majority of people have more on the inside and less on the outside. But the goal is to be equal on both sides, okay? So same thing again, but this time, we're gonna flip the hands around. So whichever leg is bent, that hand is gonna press. Your opposite hand is gonna hold the inner thigh, and you're gonna rotate inwards. Okay? Now, very important when we rotate, the leg doesn't move, only the hips, okay? So hold, rotate in, come back out. Rotate in slowly, come back out, okay? 20 seconds of this. In 3, 2, 1, let's begin. Good. Nice. Ten seconds. Remember, guys, nice and slow and controlled. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's switch legs, okay? So the last one, same thing, guys. Remember, same hand, same leg on top of the kneecap. The opposite hand pressing against the inner thigh. And we're going to rotate inwards, nice and slow. Okay, here we go. 20 seconds in 3, 2, 1, begin. Remember, guys, try to keep that leg 90 degrees as much as you can. Good. So you can see how my leg has a lot more internal rotation than my external. That means I'm really tight on my external rotation. In 5 seconds, guys. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good job, good job, good job, good job. Okay, next. I'm gonna stay in the hips, do some quadruped work, okay? So here, now this is gonna be a bit challenging, so if you feel like it's a bit tough, just reduce the range of motion. You don't have to go to full range, okay? So we're gonna do first, we get to a quadruped position here, okay? I'm gonna pick one knee, so I'll start with my left, back down, okay? Now remember, when we're doing this, we don't want our hips to turn as we open up. We want to make sure it's nice and flat. So imagine you have something on top of your lower back, like a bowl of water, and you can't twist too much, otherwise you spill it, all right? So here we're gonna do 20 seconds of this, okay? In 3, 2, 1, let's go. We're gonna bring it up, bring it out wide, come back in. Good. Again. Bring it out wide, come back in. So you should only feel this in the hips. Bring it up, out wide, bring it in. Good. 10 more seconds. Up, out wide, in. Last one. Bring it up, squeeze your butt, bring it out wide, hold, bring it back in. Relax. Okay, let's change sides. This is good, gang. Are you ready? So the other side, same thing, okay? Make sure you try to maintain that 90 degrees in your leg throughout the whole time. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. Bring it up, squeeze. On the outside, bring it back in. Bring it up, to the outside, bring it back in. Good, feel in the hips. Bring it up, to the outside, bring it back in. 2 more, bring it up, to the outside, bring it back in. Last one. Bring it up, to the outside, bring it back in. Fantastic. Okay. Whew. Right, we got one more on the hips, and then we'll go straight into the hamstrings, okay? So, last one is very simple, okay? So get to a nice frog pose. So frog pose is basically where the knees outside the shoulders, into our elbow, feet is nice and relaxed. And it's gonna rock back and forth, up and down for 20 seconds, sorry. Okay? And every time you sink in, you should feel a stretch in the inner thighs, the hip area. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Lean forward, sink in. Good. Ten more seconds. If you don't feel a stretch, go a bit wider. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Okay, hips are done. We're moving on to the hamstring now. So the hamstring is very easy. We're going to start off with a knight to half kneeling stretch. So a knight is where you get to a lunge position like this, knees on the ground, okay? Foot engaged, right? All I'm going to do is lean forward. You should feel a stretch in your upper hip area, okay, over here in your back leg. This is called a knight stretch, okay? Into a half kneeling, which is where you come in and we reach forward, and the transition is we feel a stretch in the back leg, and as you transition, we feel a stretch in the hamstring and front leg, okay? So all I'm going to do is go back from here, reach in, come in, reach in, okay? Just back and forth, 20 seconds. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, let's begin. Good. Feel a stretch in the back leg. Feel a stretch in the hamstring. Almost there. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch sides. Good, guys. We're almost done. Are you ready? 20 seconds in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Lean in. Touch the hamstrings. We're just bringing the hamstring into play here, okay? So it's half hip, half hamstring work. Good, 10 seconds left. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Okay, next, we're gonna stand up. We're gonna do something called the toe touches, okay? So stand up here, very simple. Just like the inchworm or downward dog, right? If you find it too hard, legs go wider. You can bend your knees slightly if you have to. I'm gonna come down here, okay? And I'm gonna just reach through my toes. Reach. And every time we reach, you feel a stretch in the hamstring region. Okay? So the opposite hand touches the opposite leg or opposite foot. All right? Here we go, guys. 20 seconds in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Try to keep your legs as straight as you can to feel more hamstring stretch. If you can't, go wider or slightly bend the knees. Okay? We're almost there. 10 seconds. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Okay, we've got 2 more stretches and then we're done, guys. Okay? 2 more stretches. So what we're gonna do first is the 90-90, okay? So here, back foot 90 degrees, front foot 90 degrees. We're gonna rotate back and forth, so left to right, but we're going to try and pivot on our heels, okay? So when we're doing this, guys, remember, chest upright, leaning more towards the back leg. So I'm not leaning forward, I'm leaning towards that side, the back leg, whichever the back leg is, okay? Here we go, 20 seconds in 3, 2, 1, let's go. And feel the stretch in the back leg. Good. Keep going. 10 seconds. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Okay, gang. Whew, we're almost there, okay? So we got 1 more now, right? It's gonna be the ankle rotation, okay? So this how it requires you to stand up. All right. What's going to happen is we're going to lift 1 toe up. Now you have to hold something. By all means, grab something. If not, just try and balance. Okay. It's not super technical. All we're going to do is from here, we'll do ankle rolls. Okay. So 1 foot up. It's going to bend forward. So pointing down, pointing inwards, pointing up, pointing outwards, back down. That's it. Okay. We're just going to slowly cycle through that movement. Okay. Here, come up, come down. In a nice, controlled manner. 20 seconds. Okay, here we go, guys. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. Point forward, inwards, outwards, to the side, downwards, inwards, outwards, to the side. Good, we're almost there. 10 seconds left. You may go at your own pace. You may increase the speed. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, relax. All right, gang, last one, right? Here we go. Remember, we're going downwards first, inside, outwards, extend and rotate. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. Down, in, up, rotate. Good. Get your balance there. 10 more seconds. Push the range. In 3, 2, 1, and relax. Whew. All right, gang. that is another variation of R.O.M, all right? So we have the static stretching R.O.M with the rollers, and then we have the more dynamic movements. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions, let me know. You can hit me on my DMs. If you have a question about Jab opening up soon, please reach out to us. If not, cannot wait to see you guys virtually or in person soon. All right, guys, take care. See you soon. Peace.